Inspect matters because science is truth, and science answers questions, and policy must be informed by truth. Inspect stands for Indiana Science Policy, Educate, Collaborate, Transform. The fellowship was created because of a perceived need, and I think a very genuine need, to help bridge the space between good, sound science and the development of policy and decision-making with respect to state government.
Hi there, my name is Meredith Shand. I'm a third-year PhD candidate studying cell biology at the Indiana University School of Medicine in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hi, my name is Annika Jorgenson. I go to IU Bloomington, and I am a geology PhD student studying geochemistry and paleoclimate.
My name is Sarah Seto. My pronouns are she, they. I am studying clinical psychology at the University of Notre Dame, and that's where I am now, dissertating year, so it's super exciting.
I have been placed with the Indiana Office of Energy Development for this summer. So I've been working on reading a lot of technical reports and kind of translating them into infographics and information that is accessible to policymakers, that we can distribute, and to the public. So kind of on that education side. And I've been working with the policy team to just review a ton of information about the energy world and learning all about the grid and transmission.
I'm doing my fellowship at the Indiana Department of Transportation, NDOT, and that's where I'm doing some rural transportation policy and planning.
I was placed with the Indiana DNR, so my project focuses on something known as One Health, where that's basically taking an approach to health through a lens in which agriculture, wildlife, and human health is all interacting with one another to create our overall conditions. So basically what I did was I looked at what other states are doing to implement One Health policies so that Indiana could potentially create their own One Health laws and create a more resilient wildlife health population.
I learned at my fellowship so far this summer at NDOT that people really do value your perspective from a different field. People really want to know what you have to say coming from your background. So that's something that I was kind of nervous about when I first started. I was like, I don't know transportation like that or rural communities like that, because I didn't study that, but they actually wanted me to input what I think about health and well-being of people. And when I think of what access to quality healthcare is impacted by rural transportation planning and policy. So, yeah.
So when you work for the DNR, there's a rite of passage where you tag geese. So basically this helps them get a basic idea of what the general population's counts shake out to be, so that if and when hunters hunt these geese and find a tagged goose, they can call into the DNR and say, hey, got this tagged goose, so that they can get a pretty good estimate of the population of geese. So we drove down to Franklin, and I'm a biomedical scientist, so I handle small animals on the reg, but I just watched how these people just handle geese, and it was just the craziest thing to learn that technique and then tag the geese. So I got nurpled on my arm and nibbled a little bit, but it's a rite of passage when you work for the DNR, and I'm really glad I did something outside my comfort zone.
So far, my favorite part has been getting the chance to go out into Indiana communities. The office has this thing called the Rural Energy Tour, where we get to go to different energy generation plants and talk to the people there and get to see how it all works. So we've gone to a solar farm, we went to a dam in Indiana, which was very cool, and then we went last week to an ethanol plant. So that has been very exciting.
Got really lucky and I got in on the ground floor with the Inspect Fellowship. We started, even before the program started, talking with students out of Notre Dame who were interested in putting this kind of program together. And I said that we, with the Division of Fish and Wildlife, would be really interested in participating and would support them for this kind of program, because I just think it's so important that we get these students who understand how we're using science to shape policy in the state of Indiana. So from the very beginning, we've shown interest in this program, and then we were so excited that it was actually able to come together, and the Indiana Academy of Sciences was able to get involved and really lead this program and facilitate it so that we can get grad students, these PhD students, into these fellowships and working with science policy in the state. So so that was probably about 5 years ago, and then for the last 3 years since the Inspect Fellowship's been going on, we have had at least one fellow placed in our office every summer, and that has been just an absolute delight to work with those students and mentor those students and find meaningful projects for those students to work on within that 10-week period, and then go back and continue on their education.
During the Inspect Fellowship, the Indiana Academy of Science paired me with the Indiana Division of Natural Resources, Department of Natural Resources, Division of Fish and Wildlife, under Dr. Emily McCallen. And during my time over the summer, I was able to help complete the State Wildlife Action Plan for that year. This is a document that is required by the state every 10 years to receive funding for wildlife grants. So it's a really wonderful opportunity for me to take my love for science and learn how to take research, scientific data, and translate it into a language that could be understood by stakeholders who are going to be the ones really pushing for these conservation efforts in different regions and ecosystems within Indiana.
Engagement in matters of public policy is important for every citizen. And I think it even becomes more important for scientists to become engaged in the development of public policy and decision-making, because we're the community that has information, observations, data that can help inform the development of good policy and good decision-making.
I think a lot of problems that we're facing as a society are inherently multidisciplinary.
Everyone you'll ever talk to has a different background, a different set of priorities, different beliefs, different knowledge. So I think everyone brings something different to the table.
We need to have people from all different backgrounds in order to have real world solutions.
We all really need to be working together to create great outcomes. So this is a wonderful place to do it.